I'll try and now I'll try and describe what it was a day was like, or the week, whatever it is, on boys. So it's quite a busy sort of time. When I joined the West Yorkshire, the second battalion of the West York, they were preparing for a tattoo at Leeds at Roundy Park, the Northern Command tattoo. And what we were doing a PT display, and everybody in the battalion was in it. And the band used to turn out, not the drums, but the band used to turn out. And I always remember one of the tunes they used to play was You Need Sympathy. I don't know if anyone remembers that one, You Need Sympathy, and we did need it. But before we went on the sports field to do this practice thing, we always used to go to the cookhouse and get what they call gunfire. That's an old army saying for tea and biscuits, because they wouldn't let you go on and do this without something to sort of eat. And you'd be on the field, on the sports field, doing this, that, you know. And then that was just practicing for the Leeds or Northern Command tattoo at Leeds. A normal day, you'd go have your breakfast, and then the whole battalion would go on parade on the top barrack square at Jaffalai. The whole battalion, everybody. The CO would be on his horse, the adjutant on his horse, and in them days we used to form fours. Now it's threes. It's been threes for some years, but we used to form fours, and all the battalion used. It was amazing, really. The battalion there, all the companies. And I remember them, when I was in my very, very young youth, I remember them fixing bayonets, and they had a special drill for bayonet fixing and this, that, and had to march past, so the band playing. And then once the parade was sort of over, we were all detailed off for various things. Now, in the case of boys, our day was all prepared. It was practice, band practice, drum practice. Practice, 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 practice. And we used to call it turning in. I don't know whether they're the same thing as now, but it was turn in, that was practice. In my case, being a drummer, we used to practice on little rubber pads in the washroom. We learned how to do all the paradiddles and how to do the rolls, left, left, right, left, right, roll, how to make a roll on the drums, flams and everything, and how to, you know, pick the sticks up, you know, and we learned every item of that. Also, we had bugle practice, and they used to march us out to the 30 yards rifle range for that, because we didn't want to be in earshot of the people, you know, in the camp. And then the flute practice, I was a drummer, of course, as you probably gathered now. The flute practice was done under the care of the bandmaster or the band sergeant. He was a great big fella, he was, the band sergeant. He used to play the piccolo. Anyway, that was practice. We also had to go to school. We had army schools at that time, and we were really well educated. We was probably as well educated as any choir boy what you have today. You know, it's really good education we got, both in music and in academic, you know, whatever it is. I can't remember. Another thing we used to have to do was, on Wednesdays, that was what they called, Wednesday afternoon was a rotten day. It was called Interior Economy Day, when we had to, everywhere was had to be cleaned up. You know, floors polished, they used to shove this wax down. We had what they call bumpers, big heavy things on a sort of a pole, and we had to go up and down and polish the floors. We had to go in the band room and do. I remember one incident. I'd cleaned the windows in the band room, and the band sergeant said, Boy, Gilbert, was you born in a church? No, Sergeant, why? It's well, it's only churches have round windows, get them corners cleaned. You know, that was the sort of thing we had. Another thing with Band Sergeant, I remember we had an administration parade. The colonel used to come, the colonel-in-chief, and it was all smartened up, and I stood there, you know, my first year in, you know, my boots, I thought they were perfect. And he said to me, he says, "What's them you got on your feet, boy? Are they your dubbing boots?" I thought, oh, you know, and I spent hours cleaning them all up, you know, polishing them up. And then at night time, it was all cleaned in brass buttons and whites, and we had pads on for the drums, and it was clean. You know, even our boots, our polished pair of boots on kid inspection, the little bit of sole between the heel and the sole, the instep type thing, even that had to be highly polished. It was one long round of school, band practice, cleaning up, and then you used to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and you'd be flat out, you know. But always one of the boys, at 10 o'clock, they'd start talking in the barrack room and talk about a film he'd seen. It was great, it was great. I'm just going to break for a second now.